Okay, welcome to my first comprehensive gun review. Bear with me, this is the first one I've ever done, so if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to ask them below. This is my Sig Sauer P226 MK25. First impressions, definitely from the box, you can tell that this is a company that cares about the quality and the look of the product that they put out. Without further ado, as you can see, I got mine in the desert finish, which I think looks a lot better than the standard black that you can also purchase it in. Let's get a quick safety check. Clear, decocked. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and free to play with it. First impressions, I love the foam that comes in it. It's molded for the gun. It lets me know that if I'm ever transporting it, it's actually going to be a lot safer, and I'm going to know that it's not going to rock around or shake up or move anywhere in the box. Comes with 3 15-round mags depending on which state or country that you purchase it in. I live in Texas, so 15-round mags are still legal here. You can tell that this is the MK25 by the anchor that comes on it, and legend has it that these are the actual firearms that were made for the SEAL teams. Little disclaimer, I'm not a SEAL team fanboy. I'm not a Navy SEAL. I am in the Navy. I'm an infantry corpsman stationed out in 29 Palms. I've been in 1st Battalion, 7th Marines, and 3rd Battalion, 7th Marines. Raw Yut, Charge of the Hill, Chesty Puller, and all that. So, a lot of the infantry guys and a lot of the grunt corpsmen will know that when you've been to country and you carry around your rifle everywhere for 7 months and then you come back to the States and you're not carrying one around anymore, you feel kind of naked. You feel vulnerable. And that's one of the reasons why I purchased this gun. With everything that's been going on in America, you never know. So I purchased myself a nice everyday carry weapon. I know that it's reliable, and I know that it's put together well, and I know that this is going to not malfunction on me as long as I take care of it, which I do. So, slide lock to the rear. It's got a little over a 4-inch barrel on it. It's got the decocker on it, which is the standard for all the P-Series weapons, I believe. There's no visible safety on this firearm. There's just the decocker. So, whenever you have a Condition 1 weapon, you're definitely, all you got to do is pull that trigger and you're ready to fire. Obviously a double action weapon. The trigger pull on the double action is a little over 10 pounds. So that's probably, the reason for that is probably because of the lack of a visible safety on there. Okay, another thing is, this is a heavy gun. You can tell. The book says it weighs 34 ounces, empty with a magazine in there. And, you know, I got to say that that's probably right. That's, what is that? That's a little over 2 pounds? Yeah, that seems pretty accurate to me. This is one of the nicest handguns I've ever shot in my whole life. I'm not an expert handgun shooter by any means, but took it to the range, and this was at 15 yards. That's 15 shots at 15 yards. So for me, that's a pretty tight group. Only way to go from here is improvement. So, show you another video of some shots like that. Alright. Good thing about this, comes with the Sig night lights, which are great. It's daytime right now, otherwise I'd show you. They glow pretty bright. It's easy to break down. You got lock the slide to the rear like that. Flip this lever down. Close the slide. Comes off. Recoil spring, guiding rod. Sig was nice enough to paint the base of the recoil spring orange so you know which end it goes to on the guiding rod. To get the barrel out, you just simply push up and out like that, and you got a broken down weapon. The slide is the put together slide, I should say, is the heaviest part of this firearm. It weighs probably about 8 ounces more than the lower receiver. which is nice because I mean, it lets me know that this is not a toy. This is the real deal. It's a little bit heavier than some people like to carry for an everyday carry. Doesn't really bother me. My everyday carry, you know, I'd want it to be something a little bit on the heavier side. I guess the reason for the weight of it is to help with the recoil. It definitely, you can stay acquired on target if you're shooting at the rapid a lot more, because it is a 9mm, so it doesn't have that much recoil. But the top heavy weight definitely helps keep the muzzle down, and then you can reacquire after each shot. So pretty heavy gun. It has the mil-spec 1913 Picatinny rail on here for all you gear queers that want to put a tack light or some sort of laser on there. It is ready for pretty much whatever you can dish at it. You know, it's got the internal coated parts that help prevent corrosion, as opposed to, like, let's say the Sig P226 Nitron, or any of the other 226s that don't have that. It's really, really good. I would definitely recommend this weapon if you can shell out, you know, the $1,000 that it costs for it. I know that the black version's a little bit cheaper. I decided to, you know, spend the extra $80 or $100 or whatever it was and go ahead and get the desert finish. You don't see a lot of desert colored handguns, and I think this is a pretty special, you know, pretty special edition badass gun. That's all I got on it, I suppose. If you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to make them below.